living our suburban life, moving over the sea to sky. Are we chasing a dream? I guess in time we will see, when we're living the sky life. Living the sky life. Hi folks!
Welcome to Living the Sky Life. If you're new to this channel, my name is Sarah.
And I'm Willie, and this is Jack Spaniels. We recently sold our house in a busy town and moved to a remote island, the Isle of Skye, and we're absolutely loving it so far, and you can watch this journey progress.
Join us in this video as we continue settling into our new home and
living the sky life. Fair to say it's snowing again. It's back, but for how long? It was really snowing a minute ago, and now look at it. Find it, Jack. Good boy. Again. Look at all these clam shells. We're right at the estuary now of the river that goes past the cottage. There's shells everywhere. There's even more back there a little bit. Had a break in the weather. It was just really heavy snow. And then I did this. I don't know if you can see there, just in the foot of that hill. The wee white building is our cottage. This is where we live. Very surreal. Stunning. Amazing. Quite hard to take in still. Just noticed there's a heron over there. Standing upright. Oh, look. Quite a few herons around here. There's another heron over there, but it's harder to see. Oh, it's just flown away, that's why it's harder to see. Just found these at the end of our dog walk. We're doing a bit of impromptu foraging for some clams for supper. We've already had a nice lunch, so we're just going to have these as a little top up for the evening with some bread. And we're just in the shallows here, it's amazing. Let's see if we can find some more. I think I might have found a whole one, folks. This is the tides coming in. Thank you, Jack, helping as ever. Nice, in the collection. Steaming some clams. Clams and cockles. In a blizzard. So what did you think of the cockles and clams?
Really nice.
Really sweet, aren't they?
Sweet and fresh.
We decided not to show us chomping number. That's the plate of chomped ones. They were really delicious, really tasty and sweet, and we put a bit of lemon juice on. It was a bit of a triumph. Sarah's come up with another use for them.
I think I've been watching too much Strictly Come Dancing.
Nice. Jack and I are just out for his normal dog walk today, but we've gone a little bit further along the path to the far end of the glen. Actually flew over Jack, which was quite worrying. Like they were looking at him. I don't think they would take a dog, but he's not a big dog, so you never know. But they saw me and then they both went two separate ways. But yeah, I did worry a little bit there for a second. Nah, they wouldn't do that, would they? I hope not, anyway. He's having fun. So am I. It's a new path we've never been down before. I think it comes out into clear ground out the forest, so see when I get there. It's not really on a map properly. You having fun, Jack? Whenever I see dark woods like this, I always imagine loads of orcs thundering through in a minute, breaking all the branches off as they run. And suddenly we were set upon by charging orcs. Can romanticise anywhere that you live. And that's true, I mean, romance isn't geographical, but one thing I will say is it's a little bit easier to romanticise it when it looks like this and not overlooking 3 blocks of flats like our old view in Kirkcaldy. And sure enough, opens out to the mouth of the loch. And Jack is not done. There's a cottage away over there. Sarah will be there by now. It's quite far. Walked right round the top of the loch into the woods, all the way through the woods to here, which is super cool. Just spotted on the other side of the loch where those cliffs are. There's a waterfall over there. Gotta go and check that out at some point. Wouldn't like to walk it from here, mind. Cool, I've just spotted some buildings down there. Some ruined buildings. Let's explore. Look at that, downpipe for the guttering. This is perhaps what our cottage would look like if I hadn't been looked after. Also, look at the trees around it as well. It's similar to what we've got to protect it from the wind. I guess that must be the door there. The way in. Yeah, look at that. Can't be sure, but I think that the Jack is sniffing. Leave it, Jack. I think that's part of the old fire grate that was in there. Look at that for a lintel on the top of that fireplace. I'm going to see if I can put the camera in there and see if I can look up it. Hang on. Not too easy, but yes, I can. There you go. Think of all the fires that have been in here over the years. I wonder how old it is. Makes you think about the lives that have been lived in here. The Christmases, the birthdays, the New Year's, the celebrations. It's crazy when you stand here to try and put your head in that frame of mind about this being someone's home and what they would have gone through living here and how hard it would have been working the land out here as well. It's incredible, and I'm really interested in history and I can't really get my head around it, and it's stunning as well. Check this out. Just looking at the Croft building there and realised there was some seals in the water. There's one. See if I can capture that. 2. How's it going, little seal dudes? Jack is interested. Thinks their dog's probably and wants to make friends. I can't see that going well, Jack. Oh, they're popping up everywhere now. There was one there. Now there's one there. Oh, it's back. Oh, sploosh. Watching me and Jack. It's quite easy to draw a parallel between our house and this house because it's on the same loch and it's facing the same way out to the sea, which is beautiful, except this one's fallen into ruin for whatever reason and our one's still there and still being used. But you can imagine the people coming out of the store and looking out here and just being, man, this is gorgeous, and it's the same as us, except we're slightly further up the loch. That's the only difference. It's very cool. Well, that was great fun coming out here, really enjoyed it, but now I've got to walk all the way back down there to the village, so no time like the present, just get walking. The mist just started coming rolling in. Look at this, Jack, look at all the mist. He is really focused on snuffling. Jack, stop running ahead. I don't want you running that far ahead. You end up getting picked up by a sea eagle and taken all the way to Reykjavik. Ready? Haha, knew it. I never get it, do I? This is the terrifying perspective of the stick, ready to get pounced on.
Hi everyone, I have come out today to do our sort of weekly food shop in Portree, which is where our nearest big supermarket is. We have a co-op in Portree and it's about a 35-minute drive from the cottage, so it's not too bad. We try and do a big food shop in one go so we don't have to do lots of little trips. Portree is the capital of Skye, really, the main town, so there's lots of things going on, there's lots of cafes, and there was also a rather large hardware store called Jan's. It's a shame Willie's not actually on this trip because he loves a hardware store. I think it's a bit of a Skye institution, it's been going for 50 years. So I'm going to pop in there because apparently the axe that we have is not big enough to chop big logs for the fire. So Willie would like a bigger axe. And I'm also going to look for some more coat hooks because living in a tiny cottage, space is at a premium. We have a bit of wasted space sort of down the side of the wardrobe and we think we could hang some stuff up there, which would be useful when we come back from walks and we just throw our coats everywhere because there's no space. So I'm going to go in and look for those. I might show you around. Let's go in. Only one left of the one I want though, obviously. See, why don't they make these in adult sizes? I would definitely wear them. Why do I feel like Willie is going to want this come summer? I think I'm going to get some treats for Jack. See if we can get him to do some tricks. There we go, walking back to my car with an axe. No one's going to mess with me now. All done in the hardware store now. I have to admit, it did feel quite strange walking around with a massive axe, but hopefully that will do the job and make sure we have lots of firewood going forwards for the winter. Also got a few bits and pieces for the Etsy stores and a big thing of treats for Jack Spaniels, which I'm sure you'll be glad to know. Jack's really clever. He does a lot of really cool tricks, so I'll use some of those treats and maybe show you what kind of tricks he does. It is super cute when he does that. Always interesting. I'm sure we'll be back in there many, many times for various DIY projects. If we start growing vegetables and things in the garden, that seems pretty well stocked, so I'm sure we'll be back to Jan's before too long. It's time to go to the co-op now to do the food shop, and then I might pop into Portree just to see if there's any cafes open. It is a pretty dreich day in Portree today and I'm pretty hungry right now. I'm a big believer in not going food shopping when you're hungry because you'll just buy loads of stuff that you don't need to, so I'm gonna go to a cafe. I decided against a coffee because I've just had one this morning and I don't want to be running around the aisles of Co-op like a mad thing. I did get some sausage rolls. As far as I know, there is no Greggs, unfortunately, on the Isle of Skye, so the ones from the bakery will have to do. And I got a couple of those amazing looking donuts as well. It's not all for me, I did get some for Willie as well. I have put it off long enough, so I'm really gonna have to go do this food shop. I mean, I love that sound, but not when I have to get out of the car. Where have I put my... I don't know where I put my waterproof. Found it. Okay, that is the food shop done. That's me filled up with petrol as well. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna head home. See you there. What do you think? Good choice?
No, I want both pieces.
No, this is mine.
I like this bit better.
This is mine. No, it's mine.
No, come on.
Well, for Willie, yeah? Have you been on a walk today to deserve it? Judging by the weather, I don't think so. Here we have some treats. And we're gonna do some tricks. Aren't we, puppy dog? We're gonna do tricks, puppy dog. We're gonna do tricks. Can you sit down? Paw. Other paw. High five. Good boy. Spin. Good boy. That wasn't very gentle though. Roll over. Good boy. Stand up. Wait. Good boy. Bow. I said sort of. Wait. Jump. Good boy. Good boy. Well done. No, Daddy's not got anything. Well done. Good boy. Thank you. No, it's all gone. Treats are all gone. I think he likes them. The new treats. There we go. That is Jack's repertoire of tricks. You're very clever, aren't you? You're a very clever puppy dog. And he's desperate for more treats. If you can think of any other tricks we can try to teach him, let us know in the comments because we can try and do it. Good boy.
Got a new axe. Showed a couple of swings to try out first, but yeah, it's brand new. Let's see what I can do. Well, that's enough for tonight's fire anyway, and probably tomorrow and the day afters. Cool. You may remember in the previous episode that I'd written a piece of music and I asked for some help with naming it, and loads of you came forward and did that, so thanks very much. This is the piece of music I mean. And so on. Well, I decided to call it Misty Shores, which is a sort of combination of a few names that people gave me that inspired the name. And there are new pieces of music coming soon. But anyway, if you hear that piece of music again in any of this series, the song is called Misty Shores. It's very early in the morning and we're going to Fife to pick up the remainder of our stuff that's there, my dad's garage and shed. Yeah, so the next time you see us we'll probably be on the road.
Yep, we are very excited because for one thing, we only have 2 chairs in this house which we've had to move around between spaces for the last 6 weeks, and we also get to go to a supermarket that is not the Co-op. Not the Co-op, folks, you heard it here first. Nothing against the Co-op, they serve the island well, but we'd rather get some stuff that doesn't cost £800 million. Jack is very excited because he's going to see his grandma and granddad. We're going to go see grandma and granddad. Yes. Oh yeah, thank you. who's going to be more excited about this visit? Jack?
His grandparents.
Jack or his grandparents? I don't think he knows where he is just yet. The excitement will come. He's up now.
You want to see Grandma and Grandad?
Oh God, don't encourage him.
Who are we going to see? We're in Kirkcaldy and it's 6:30 AM. We didn't sleep too well last night because there was too many sounds outside. We're not used to that now. We're used to being in the countryside and there's all the sounds of the cars and motorbikes, etc.
It's amazing how much noise, sort of background noise there actually is. It's only a small town, Kirkcaldy, it's not a big city, but you don't notice it when you live here, but there's a constant hum and we could hear it. We're so in tune to it now because where we live is so quiet.
Yeah, I mean, it's been nearly 6 weeks that we've been away and the difference is amazing.
Jack was noticing it as well.
Yeah, he was barking as well, which didn't really help. But yeah, we're just about to get back on the road, so we'll show you the van as well. Let's do that. We don't like to travel light, do we? The van is absolutely full to the brim again. Oh well. We probably should have just hired a bigger van in the first place. Luckily for us, we've just arrived in glorious sunshine. It's been pretty bad weather the whole time, but now it's really lovely, which is great because we've got to unload the van, which is going to take about an hour, and then I've got to return it as well to the hire company. But first, let's empty it. Done! So the byre is completely full again, not just this part. Also in there as well, there's loads. But that's just getting left for now because we've just been driving for 2 days. And all of this too has got to go in the cottage. And we've just moved everything into a place where we're happy. And it's going to be chaos again. Lovely weather for it though, we're really worried it was going to be raining.
Everything is now inside the house, It's about fit to bursting, but it's all inside and we're going to sort that out. It does feel a little bit like moving is a never-ending process at the moment. There never seems to be an end point. I feel like we're going to be here in 5 years' time still showing you things that we haven't unpacked yet. But such is life. I'm sure we'll enjoy getting everything organised and put in the right place. But for now, I think we're going to have a well-needed rest and put our feet up for the evening. The perfect antidote to sitting in a van all day.
What you got?
Big box.
What's in there?
This is my new printer.
Ooh, so you're going to be self-sufficient?
Hopefully.
Well, I think you'll be fine. Your own little independent printing service for your own art.
Yeah.
You could say that it's a cottage industry.
Nice. Back in 5, we used to get my art prints done by a friend of Willie's who is an artist with a really fancy fine art printer, and he did beautiful prints for me as well. Kirkcaldy's a little bit of a distance away now, so I thought I'd try and go in-house.
Shall we open the box?
Let's open the box. What's this? Bit good sniff. Quality control Jack Spaniels. Let's get this open. Obviously, being me, I haven't measured anything yet, so I'm not entirely sure where it's going to go. We'll work with the space that we've got. We are going to take you out on walkies today, I promise.
Right, I'll let you and Jack finish this job.
Well, there we go. We got it in situ. It's a bit of a beast. It's twice the size of my old printer, so we have had to shimmy things around a little bit, but it is in position, and now I just have to take all the tape off and install the inks, and hopefully we'll be ready to do a test print. I went for, after extensive research, an Epson printer. Not sponsored in any way, and hopefully it's going to work out well for my prints. This would probably be a good place to start. So much tape. printing on CDs and DVDs, which I don't think I'll be doing, but you never know. When Willie releases an album of his Sky music, maybe I could print the CDs for him. Well, it's out, so I think that is now all of the blue tape. Please turn on. Well, that's a good start. Ha, there we go. 3rd time's a charm. Okay. Ooh. I hope that's a good noise. And now we wait. It says it takes about 15 minutes to initialize, so I literally just have to leave it. Okay, so I've had a little shift around in the studio space, just making sure everything's where I need it to be and I can get to everything. My old printer here, which is also a scanner, so that's how I scan in my paintings. Got my little drawer, which is where I keep all my prints, my desk where I'm going to be working, and there is the huge new printer. Down here we have a lovely cozy bed for Mr. Jack Spaniels, who likes to come and sit next to me when I'm painting. I've also got a big delivery of packaging materials. A few of you have been asking how easy it is to get deliveries and things here, and it's actually not that bad. We thought we were going to get stung a lot for postage. There are some places that do charge a lot more. Even though we're connected by a bridge, they still count us as offshore, so they add on that extra bit of postage. So the packaging was quite expensive to get delivered, but it was really quick. The printer, getting that delivered actually wasn't too bad. The postage costs weren't any more than I think normal UK ones. And basically sending anything by Royal Mail, we've been amazed at how quick it is. We do have a post office in Carbost, which is the closest village to us, so that's not far. But yeah, we've been really impressed with how easy it is to get stuff delivered here, and we really appreciate all the delivery drivers and the posties who do come out here, because we're right at the end of a track, so every time they deliver, we're really, really grateful for that. All that's left to do is to wait for that paper to arrive, and then I'll be doing lots of prints, which I will show you next. Okay, it's a couple of days later and I have been doing lots of testing with the printer. I have watched lots of YouTube tutorials and read lots of blogs. I've learned a lot about print settings and about Photoshop, and I have got there. The first few tries weren't that great, but I got better and I'm now at a place where I'm happy with what I'm printing out. So all that's left to do is to get printing. Okay, so I'm a bit worried now because I've just started doing my proper prints. So here's the first few Thistle prints that I've done, and as you can see they're coming out with black marks. They're not too bad, but it's every one of them and I'm worried it's going to get worse. Tried it out on the Coup as well just to see if it was affecting every print. Don't know why it would just affect the Thistle, but no, it is, it's doing it on there as well. Don't really know what to do. I'm not really tech-minded enough to open up the printer and start cleaning things. Yeah, it's not ideal. I'm gonna have to do what all professionals do and consult Google. So hopefully it's something I can solve. It's a bit of a worry if not, so watch this space. Printing update. I've figured out the problem and I think I fixed it. Basically, the paper has to be super flat to go through the printer, and the new paper, because it's probably just come off a roll, has got this kind of curve to it. What I've been doing is making sure to flatten them properly, and that has solved the problem. So I'm very happy. It totally didn't take me an hour of anxious Googling to figure that out. There is a finished print. What do you think, Jack? Is it good enough? The tail says yes. Well, there we go. That was my journey to being a self-sufficient in-house printer, as well as doing all paintings. So any print that you buy on my Etsy store now will be printed by me here at the cottage on Skye. So that's pretty cool. I think if we hadn't moved, I probably wouldn't have taken that leap to get the printer and try and do it myself because I had someone so close by who could do it really well. So this move has really pushed me out of my comfort zone to learn something new, and I'm so proud of myself for doing that. To everyone who has bought a print on my Etsy store, thank you so much for supporting me. It really, really means the world, and I hope they all arrive safely and I hope you like them.
We got a phone call the other night from a friend of ours who said, do you know that Aurora's happening right now? And we said, no. So we went outside and started filming right away, and we filmed a bit in the garden, which is the first bit you'll see now. But also we got in the car and went up the hill and filmed up there as well. Trouble is, we live in a glen, which means we've got mountains each side of us, so we didn't get a clear view of the north. But I mean, it's still pretty cool, and it's quite short, but I hope you enjoy it anyway.
We are currently on the way to the local post office because I have lots of calendars and prints to send out. It's a little bit wintry today, we've got some snow. Willie is very kindly driving me across to the post office because he's more used to driving in snowy conditions than me, and my wee car could not deal with this.
No, this is a four-wheel drive as well, so safe. Don't worry folks, it's safe.
And we're also going to pick up some supplies from the local community shop just in case we get iced in again for a few days.
It's happened before, it could happen again, especially like this.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. The only stuff I can get out to the post office at the moment is the stuff that's based in the UK. So at the moment there's no international postage going out from the UK with Royal Mail. It's the only service we can use because we have a post office close by, and it's a little bit tricky at the moment because over half of my orders are international and I can't send any of them out because they had a cyber attack and their systems for sending stuff overseas has been hacked and we can't send anything at the moment. So I'm going to have to hang on to those ones for now, but I can get all the ones out for the UK today, and that's at least one load off my mind. I do have quite a lot to send because I wasn't sure if I was going to get out to the post office the rest of this week, so I decided to do them all in one go. So I've got 40 parcels to send off, so I'm sure the post office workers are going to love me. Hopefully it's not too busy when we get there. Okay, well, all posted. The post office was nice and quiet, which was good because it took quite a while to scan all those through. We've just been to the community shop to get some bits and pieces just in case we get stuck in the house for a few days with the ice on the roads. And we've got some square sausage, which apparently is Willie's favourite thing.
It's one of them.
It's a Scottish thing, but we're going to go home for a square sausage roll now. Excited?
About square sausages? Always, always.
And the snow?
Not so much. Not when you're driving, but good for when you're throwing snowballs at each other. Not so good for you because I always hit you.
In the face.
No!
Over there is where we saw the aurora last night.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? It wasn't snowing by that point.
No.
Yeah, I'm glad we got out to the post office when we did this morning, because it's coming down pretty heavily now. We've got the snow back, as you can see. It went away for a while and then it came back. Just come down to the edge of the loch because I've got some friends here. One there and some more. They've come to say hi, our new neighbours.
It's a very low tide today, so we're going to go out foraging for razor clams. Thing is, it's also very, very windy out there and rainy.
Picks his timing, doesn't he?
These are native oysters and they're protected. You can't take them home, you certainly can't eat them. In fact, you can't even take them off the beach, which is why they're going back like this. Bye bye. So now we've walked to the edge of the water where we're planning on standing on the sand as heavy-footed as possible. If any razor clams are down there, they feel the disturbance and they dive down into their burrow, resulting in a jet of water shooting straight up, which is why it's never advised to wear shorts whilst doing this. At this point, salt can be poured into the resulting keyhole-shaped burrow they create, and the clam, presumably irritated from the salt, comes out of its burrow like a ship sinking in reverse, to be collected by the forager. However, another way, which is perhaps more fun than just walking heavy-footed, is to do the dance of the razor clam, or raver clam. Well, here's the sum total of our foraging endeavour. We found some water at the bottom of a slightly muddy bucket. Never mind, you can't win them all, eh? We didn't find any, did we?
No.
But it was fun though, right?
Sure.
This is the last of a trio of paintings that Sarah did of beautiful antique poison bottles for my other channel. I thoroughly enjoyed watching her paint these, so I wanted to include a short section of this footage on Living the Sky Life too. There's a bit more about the history of these bottles at the end of this section. Enjoy! Speaking of poison bottles, like this one, they weren't always full of poison per se. Very often it was just something like a cleaning product that was harmful to human health. So they put things in these to stop people from drinking them by making a mistake in, say, a candlelit dark Victorian room. The problem is, it backfired because kids were fascinated with them because they're beautiful bright colours and they've got lovely ribs and everything on them, look really interesting for kids to play with. So eventually they got rid of them altogether. This bottle, along with all the rest of the bottles that I've dug, I found on my other channel, Dirty Secrets of Scotland, and we've just put out our first video of the year with Thames Mudlark and legend Si Finds.
Alright my lovers, how you doing?
And to see Sarah completing the trio of bottles that she painted, you can see that on the same video that we filmed with Si Finds very recently. Check it out, Dirty Secrets of Scotland.
Get some luck in the muck.
Yeah! The Hammock Diaries. Ah, it's relaxing. Just lying here, listening to the wind going through the trees. Jack running around like a lunatic all over the place. Hasn't seen his mummy walking across the beach, although I have told him. But she's quite far away, so he probably can't see her just now. Don't think Jack's seen her yet, but she's walking across the beach. Jack, where's your mum? Ah, there he goes. Like a bag of springs. Look at that, a romance. There he is. I'm probably going to get kicked out of the hammock soon though, because this is Sarah's favourite one. I'll have to go back in the one that bit me. Oh, looks like he's coming back here now. Jack and Sarah are nearly back. Well, Jack I think. Oh, he's here already. My piece was short-lived. Hammock Diaries. I don't really have anything to say other than they do whiff a bit though. I don't think they've dried out for ages because they've just been in the rain and the snow. A few drips just came down there actually. I could actually fall asleep here if it wasn't for the crazy spaniel. Jack! Right on cue. Who's a good boy? I might come over here myself next time. Bring a couple of cold ones from the fridge. Cool box. Just lie here and absorb nature. Oh, I just got tripped on. Did you see that? Oh, ruined. Right, I'm going home now.
One of the things we've enjoyed doing since we moved into the cottage is making our own soup. Jack's come to investigate. Thank you, Jack. So we've done that today. I say we, it was actually Willie. So he made some lovely vegetable soup with ham stock, and we've also got some ham to use in sandwiches and things as well. And what we thought we would do as well is use the fat that came off the ham and render it down and use it to make some fat balls for the birds outside. We've got a little feeder already with some peanuts in it, and it's been really popular with the local birds. So you've got chaffinches, we've had great tits, and we think we've had a long-tailed tit as well, which is really cool because we've not seen that before. We've also had a goldfinch in the garden, but we haven't seen it on the feeder yet, so we're really hoping that's gonna come along at some point so I can try and get a picture of it as well. There we go, that's the ham fat all chopped up and rendering down. Obviously, someone else thinks that it's for him. It's really, really not, Jack. So the fat is still rendering down, and I've chopped the peanuts into tiny pieces. Once the fat is all liquefied, I'm going to pour them into a mould, and I was trying to figure out in the kitchen what I could use as a little mould, and having some ancient baking supplies has come in useful. I do occasionally do some baking, but I don't often have the time to commit to it. But I have these silicone moulds in the cupboard, and I thought they would be really perfect for it. And there we go, I've poured the fat into the muffin case, which is made of silicone, so that's fine. And there's string in there as well, and the chopped up nuts. So I will leave that to cool down and probably pop it in the fridge overnight. And then hopefully in the morning, we'll have a nice little snack for the birdies. The next day, this has been in the fridge overnight. I'm hoping it's going to come out. We might have put too many nuts in there, but it's all for the birds. I'm sure they'll enjoy it. Ooh, there we go. It's like a little Christmas decoration. So if we hang that on there, hopefully they'll come and have a nice meal.
Hey Jack, do you like sausages?
Yes, Daddy, I do.
Would you like a sausage?
No, I'd like to. Yum, 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 yum.
Little hungry monkey, we've just been for a big walk, haven't we, Jack? And it's time for Jack's din-dins. No, you're not having haggis. It's got onions in, pups. Hi everyone, it is the 25th of January, which in Scotland means it's Burns night.
Which means that we're gonna have some haggis with whiskey cream sauce and some whiskey on the side. Rabbi Burns was a famous Jewish poet from Scotland, and he...
That's not true, is it?
Okay. Rabbi Burns is the national poet of Scotland, also known as the Bard. But one of his famous poems was about haggis, and it's the address of the haggis, and I don't know it, but the way I do know goes like this. Far for the sons of Ace, great chieftain of the Purn race.
We'll put some subtitles below just in case you didn't understand that.
I don't know what that means.
Not many people do.
No, I don't think he did.
No. Okay, it's time to turn this into a meal.
Mmm. Slange!
Slange everyone!
Happy Burns night.
There we go, we've had our burn supper. Did you enjoy it?
No. Yeah, it was really nice.
The sauce was really nice. Really like the whiskey sauce. So it's pretty different to burn suppers that I've done previously, because in a previous life I used to work in the events team at Stirling Castle, and we used to do big fancy corporate burn suppers with all of the speeches and the address of a haggis, and yeah, very fancy. This is quite different. I think I prefer it here.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I've never been to the events though.
Hey, I put on a good event.
I don't doubt it. But I never went to one.
But this is
I was never invited.
No, he was never invited. We don't let the riffraff in. This is a lot less stressful and a lot more enjoyable. Quite happy to have my little burn supper at home with my boys. A very hopeful spaniel. From us, if you celebrated or not, happy Burns night, and we'll see you again soon.
Happy Mr. Burns night. Smithers.
Does Jack want a bit of neeps and tatties? Gentle. Oh, good boy. Sometimes the people of this country like to tell us non-Scots some rather malicious lies about haggis. So here's a real Scot to tell you the real truth.
Number 1. There is a common joke in Scotland that haggis, front and back legs on the left hand side, are shorter than the ones on the right hand side so that they can run round mountains better. This is not true. Haggis only have 2 legs. The left leg is short, the right leg is long, so that they can run round mountains more easily. Number 2. It's been said that haggis have been spotted riding on the back of the Loch Ness Monster. This, of course, is absolute nonsense. The Loch Ness Monster, well, clearly does exist. However, haggis on its back? I don't think so. They can't swim, and they only come out at night. Number 3. It's true, Sean Connery did have a brand of haggis, but it wasn't exactly the same. It was slightly different from the original recipe, and that's why it was called haggis. Don't do that.
We'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone who has been supporting this channel, either by viewing our videos, liking, commenting, or subscribing.
Or buying us a coffee over on Ko-fi. It really helps with the running costs of this channel. We've been asked by quite a few viewers now if we would join Patreon, which we now have. On Patreon, you get bonus content and a lot of behind the scenes stuff as well. So if you want to become a patron of this channel, you can do so over on patreon.com. And if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button and the bell, because you get notifications to say when our videos are coming out. It really helps the channel and it's completely free.
The links to all these pages are in the video description below.
Ow,
I have a Jack on me. Always. Always and forever, huh? Let's fire up this bad boy. That's a terrible phrase. I don't speak like that. So it was a mistake to put the woolly cardigan in the box of packaging material. Excellent. Jack. No, Jack. No, Jack. Monkey. Mummy's busy. I'm busy, puppy dog. I'm busy. Can you give me 2 minutes? Can you give me 2 minutes, please? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Good boy.
Funnily enough, I'm editing this section of
my studio.
I'm editing this section right now. It's not just Sarah that gets this. Okay, pups, we'll go for a walk in a minute. Good boy.
I'm busy, puppy dog. Oh, I'm busy.
So this is now level 3. Sarah's now editing the edit that I've done to get it completely right and make sure I haven't made any mistakes. And now Jack's jumping in again. This is like, I don't know how to even describe this.
Inception.
Inception.
Spanielception.
There you go, perfect. Jack. I think there's a pattern emerging here.
I'm talking to the camera, you know, not talking to you.
And that's it for another edition of Hammock Diaries. Doesn't have a theme tune yet, maybe it should have a theme tune. The Hammock Diaries. The Hammock... Nah. The Hammock Diaries. Hammock on the... No. I'll come back to this.
Okay. Cattle grid. Daddy, hold the treats. Daddy, hold the treats. Wait.
Oi! Call him up, he's biting me.
Daddy, you've been a monkey. You have to come here.
I think that'll be in the bloopers.
Jack, come here. Ready? Ready? Jump. No. It doesn't work.
Oh wow, he's biting my finger.
We're leaving our suburban life, moving over the sea to sky. Are we chasing a dream? I guess in time we will see, when we're living the sky life. Living the sky life.
If you click on the left icon, you can subscribe to Living the Sky Life. If you click on the right icon, it'll take you back to our very first episode.